places.
that I shall not see him, saith Yah.
Do not I feel heaven and earth?
Saith Yahweh. I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name.
Yeah, the Creator said he had heard what the prophets said, that prophesied lies in his name. And this is what we want to deal with today. Is this the truth that the ministers are teaching you, or are they lies? One point I want to deal with in particular, and that's the Passover. But before we get into the midst of discussing the Passover, let me go over the book of Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, starting at the 18th verse, so you can see how valuable this information is to you.
I will raise them up a prophet from amongst their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth.
The Creator says, when he talk, I'll be talking, because I'm going to put my words in his mouth. They're like a dummy, and he's like a ventriloquist. He's telling them exactly what to say. Even though their mouth is opening and closing, the words that are uttered out as they teach what thus said Yah are his words and his words alone, if in fact they are a true prophet.
And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
In other words, he shall speak everything the Creator commands him, whether he wants to anger people and upset people and have people mad at him. He has to speak all that Yahweh commands him, because this is his commission, and these are not his words.
And it shall come to pass,
The Creator said, it shall come to pass,
that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
This is the reason I had to let you know how serious this message is. I'm not just another preacher, another teacher, another pastor that's trying to make money and preach and go on about my business. This is something that I didn't call and asked to do myself. I was called by the Creator. I was ordained and appointed and anointed to teach his words. So I have to let you know the seriousness of this matter. When you ignore what I'm saying, when I'm speaking what thus said Yah, I want you to know how serious that is. And right here, the Creator says it's so serious that whosoever will not hearken unto his words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of them.
But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak.
Here the Creator said, but the prophet that shall presume to speak a name, a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak,
or that shall speak in the name of other gods.
And here the Creator never called no one to teach in the name of another God. No time whatsoever. The only name all through the ancient East that you will find is Yahweh. When they looked and dug in those caves, they found Yahweh. All in Africa, many Israelite tribes are there today, telling our people about Yahweh. Many of the Igbos know this truth. The Ashantis, the Falashis, the Limbas, the Ansantis, they teach this because Yah has put his word there. You go all over the ancient Arabic countries, they're not named after a deity. They're named, many of those towns have the last name Yah, because they and their ancestors knew that this was the true and living Elohim. So that late distant ancestors named many of those cities in Iraq and got the name of Yah at the end of the name.
Verse 20 again. But the prophet, which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
In other words, the Creator is very upset about somebody going here preaching about what the moon god says. And I want you Muslim brothers to take that and consider that. And I want you Christian ministers to consider the fact that the Creator told the ancient prophets that anyone come teaching any other God other than him and telling the people to hearken unto any other God except him. He said, even that prophet shall die.
And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know?
In other words, how should we know? Here's a brother that's calling himself an imam, and another one calling himself a sheikh, and another one calling himself a bishop, and another calling himself a reverend, and another calling himself an elder, and another one calling himself a rabbi, and a kohen, and Mowreh. How should we know who is actually teaching the words of the true and living Elohim? The Creator then says,
When a prophet,
letting you know that it could be more than one. This he's speaking of a succession of prophets that would fall after Moses, starting with Joshua. He says, when a prophet
speaketh in the name of Yahweh,
when he's speaking in the name of Yahweh,
if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh hath not spoken.
That's the thing that Yahweh has not spoken. And listen, if it come to pass that a day starts at night, then you know that Yah has not spoken it. Because a day cannot start at night, neither can a night start at day. And this is one of the revelations I brought our people, letting them know that they were deceived, that Yah says a day starts when the sun comes up, not when the sun goes down. The Creator made the sun to rule the day. But if it come to pass, if they teach you that a day starts in the evening, then you know you're dealing with a false prophet. Any prophet that teaches that the Sabbath day or any day starts in the evening is misleading our people. And you know that prophet is not speaking in the name of Yah. When any prophet come to you talking about the Christ of the New Testament came to die for the sins of the world, you know that prophet is not speaking in the name of the Creator. Because the Creator never sent anyone to die for anyone else's sin. He said, every man shall die for his own sins. Every man shall have accountability for his and her action. And if a man teaches you that we're celebrating the Passover in America, then you know that prophet is a liar. Because I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that all of my beautiful Israelite brothers and all of my beautiful Christian brothers that are teaching and keeping the Passover here in America are wrong. And they're leading many people astray. For these are not the Creator's words. That's reading the Creator says,
when a prophet